Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key, you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. After finding the body, cross-examination? I was with Sal and Oldback, the security lady, when we found the body. Hold it! I'm gonna press for every answer. For every statement. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 at the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh. What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one get to call him? Remember. Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Mr. Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, ours doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Mr. Vasquez, you may continue. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived at the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. That silence. Just like now, I guess. Silence. Hey, Nick! Why's everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady, Oldberg, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Oldback, security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. He seems to also have given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph being the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. Why? You asked to be left out? Yes, it seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in the meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot of writing on it, with all those big wigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. But the script was at the chair. Wait a second? I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? We found the script at the chair! Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Mr. Vasquez, please continue.
Objection!
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness' last statement. Huh? Think! Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. I know! We found the script on the chair! Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Oh, wait. Well, that's also a good point. Order, order! It's Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had the perfectly good reason to believe there will be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that the hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How would you know? How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Alright. Sal the director. You had to find something to pack this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe you, Nick. Go get him. Wait. Oh, I'm not paying attention. Ah, fuck, I'm stupid. Okay, I got it. I knew that Hammer was injured. I couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. It was not Hammer! It was Powers! How do I present this? What do I present that picture? Wait, what do I present? Like, I know it's Powers, but what do I present with? Okay, a photo. Okay, got it. Okay. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run-through this morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powell who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Oh, and when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order! Witness? Can you refute this claim? Are we getting the freak out? We're getting the freak out, aren't we? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Urk, why are the real killers always so persistent? Why the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. Had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, she would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? Because she thought it was Powers. By killing Powers, you would have got Hammer back to be the star, right? If there was any reason, it is unclear to this court. If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Of course I can prove it. Wait. Can I? Okay, let me save here. Of course I can, obviously. I need to prove her... Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as Miss Vasquez's motive to this murder. Shit, guys, I don't know. I can only think of this picture. I can only think this picture. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on the day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right! According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I have never got rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Mr. Vasquez's motives for murder. Reveal evidence. Okay. Allow me to present to the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive. I don't know! The photo again? No. I'm thinking of photo again. I need to look again. Hang on. Yeah, I steal photo again. Okay. Take that! This is my proof! And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer? I'd say it all proves that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Irk. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I have to penalize this court. Nick, we're so close. Think of this true, please. What? This walkthrough is cheating me. What? Okay. The answer is she had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intended to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Well, I guess so. Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for that purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, she snapped her pipe. So, you did it. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone called the ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Miss Vasquez! What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! No! How could this? Oh, it's a flashback we're seeing. It was an accident! Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez! No! Please, please don't die! Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's the Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I had help with a little walkthrough when I was stuck. I will try to not use the walkthrough too much, but when I'm stuck, I'll use it. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant Mr. Will Powers. Would we always have like confetti ready for this? That is all. The court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? The fall from stardom, right? Oh, maybe this. He wants to be the star. He wants to be Steel Samurai. Show evidence. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him at any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, Will Powers! Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume, man. Oh no, the last episode. That's right. Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez could have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. Until the next case that you are the prosecutor again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if they're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? But now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick! Tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Ha 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 ha! Freeze frame. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing the accident from 5 years ago. It was a talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Pink Princess. Oh, there we go. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? You have to try with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Is it great that the Will Powers gets to play the lead again? What, as the Pink Princess? I wonder if he'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the Will is ready for the real Will Powers. Not for the pink. He's gonna be real surprised and be like, this shows like his face under the Pink Princess costume. Hey, I got a trophy. I mean, achievement. Ooh, are we getting a past here with Edgeworth on the next episode? A brand new episode has been added. I want to save my progress. Turn about, yeah. Wait, what? It's starting? Oh, no, we're not. Oh, no, we're not. We're not starting. Fuck, I can't even pause this. Clicking here. Boop. That's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. That was case 3. Very intense, very long even. So look forward to part 4 or case 4. I'm gonna leave you guys with a high five.